as you look around here, you can see some fantastic veteran oak trees, which have been here for several hundred years. If you look on the trunks of some of the trees, you might see some bat boxes. These have been put up by our local bat group to allow them to survey which species we have present in the woodland here. Their results have shown that it's a really important woodland locally, with a really good diversity of bats, including noctule, serratin, barbastel and natterers. In fact, 7 out of 18 British species can be found at Bowdown. Bats don't tend to use the same box every night. They flit around the woods, some nights using a box, and others they'll be in the crevice of a tree or even just under some peeling bark. Can you see the large tub hanging in the oak tree just down the hill? That's a maternity roost, where potentially several females could gather together to have their young in the summertime, keeping together for warmth and protection. You may notice as you walk through this area, there is some very large standing deadwood, particularly the big old beech tree at the top of the hill. Deadwood in a woodland is really important habitat in its own right. Without deadwood, we would lose a whole variety of different species, particularly invertebrates like beetle larvae, which live and feed on the dead and decaying wood. And then there's the species that are higher up the food chain, for example, the birds like woodpeckers that come and feed on the beetles. These would be impacted by getting rid of the deadwood. In a healthy woodland, you'd hope to find at least 1/3 of it to be deadwood. As a woodland manager, it's important we resist the urge to tidy up and clear away all the deadwood, leaving plenty lying around. There was an interesting study a few years ago that found that the creatures in standing deadwood, that's the trees that have died but not fallen over, are very different to those in the deadwood found lying on the ground. Therefore, it's really important to ensure there's a mixture of both on our woodland reserves. Now let's carry on. Our next stop is in the Bowdown Valley.